Good evening, and thank you for joining me for another Boring Books for Bedtime. I hope tonight's selection provides all the boredom your busy brain needs to quiet down and let you get some sleep. Before we begin, I'd like to give a special shout out of thanks to some new members of our Patreon family. Amanda, Brandy, Jane, Susie Q, Mike, Rose, Sonia, Vicky, and best and brightest they may not be. Thank you all so much for supporting this podcast. By becoming members of Patreon, you help us remain 100% listener-supported and ad-free for everyone, and it's very much appreciated. If you're interested in supporting Boring Books for Bedtime and finding out more about the perks available to subscribers, including exclusive episodes, full books, and fictional readings found nowhere else, you'll find a link to Patreon in the show description. You'll also find a link to buymeacoffee.com, where you can support us with a one-time tip, no subscription required. I hope you'll take a moment to check them out. Now, let's read and relax. Find a comfortable spot. Adjust your volume. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out slowly. And off we go. Tonight, let's celebrate the 7th anniversary of this podcast, which I can't believe I'm saying, with something that truly does feel like a dream. Affordable housing. As we browse through the Modern Homes catalog, published by Sears, Roebuck & Co. in 1921. Let's begin. Rent receipts or a house of your own. The low prices and wide selection of designs in this book place a home within the reach of everyone. By our system, shipping direct from our own mills and factories, you get your materials at manufacturer's cost with only one profit added. You get all materials, brick, plaster, and cement accepted, from one reliable concern. One order brings it all. You have a chance to inspect your material before we get our money. Read our terms in the order blank at the back of this book. Thousands of people each year become independent homeowners through this book of honor-built modern homes. You can do the same thing. Start today. Select the house you want and mail your order or write us for full information. Let your rent money pay for your home, and in a few years, you will have no more rent to pay. We need your goodwill. We would like you to know that when you purchase a house from us, we have not only your best interests in mind, but our own reputation. We want the house we sell you to be so good that you will be a friend and customer of ours forever afterward. We could not afford to sell you anything but the very highest quality for your home. We want to supply the furnishings for this new home of yours when you build it. We want to sell you clothing, groceries, musical instruments, shoes, and books. Don't you see that it is as much to our interests as it is to yours that we save you money on your new home and furnish materials of which you and your friends will be proud? Square deal assured. No doubt you, like many others, have sent for different books of modern homes and building material catalogs. Everybody offers you the same kind of guarantee, you say. Everybody claims that he has the best or the highest quality, and everybody wants to assure you that you can save money by buying his particular merchandise. How are you to decide which concern is best prepared to back up its claims with the merchandise? Which concern is best able to live up to its guarantee? Which concern, in a word, can deliver the goods? If you are a customer of ours, we don't need to tell you how big or how reliable we are. You know. But if you have never dealt with us, then it is an easy matter for you to satisfy yourself with regard to our standing. Any one of 6 millions of your fellow citizens dealing with us and scattered over the entire country will tell you that you can get a square deal from Sears, Roebuck & Co. Important. Honor-built modern homes shipped from following points. Lumber from yards in southern Illinois. Millwork, factory, southern Ohio. Electric wiring and fixtures, Chicago, Illinois. Hardware, paints, and other accessories, Chicago, Illinois, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Unless otherwise instructed, we ship lumber, nails, and outside frames first, allowing sufficient time for these items to reach you so that you can get the building enclosed and the roof on, thus enabling you to provide a dry place for the inside finish, doors, etc. when they reach you. Our perfect plans make building easy. In this book of modern homes, you will find house plans suitable for every section of the country. We have employed reliable architects and have scoured the entire country for building ideas. Our method enables you to select a house which is architecturally correct, of guaranteed construction. We are prepared to help you solve your building problems. Our architects, draftsmen, estimators, and correspondents will smooth over all your difficulties, whether they concern plans, specifications, or material. Write us today. Plans very thoroughly prepared. Much thought and careful study is given to the planning of our houses. Every plan is passed upon by women experts. We see to it by actual measurement and tests that the rooms are laid out to accommodate furniture, without interfering with doors and windows. We plan the arrangement of the kitchen to save steps for the housewife. The illustration to the left is a floor plan of our Avondale modern home. It illustrates the care we take to make sure your home will be entirely comfortable and architecturally correct in every detail. In almost every floor plan, we show the space occupied by full-size furniture. This is drawn to the same scale as the floor plan and shows you the comparative amount of space you will have in your house after the furniture has been put in place. When you buy an honor-built modern home, you not only get the material, but architectural and plan service worth a great deal of money to you. Build according to our approved plans. Many advantages are gained by building according to plans that have proved to be absolutely correct. You know exactly what the material will cost. You have our guarantee to furnish enough material at the price named to put up the building complete. No extras, and the first cost is the only cost. The building can be put up in less time than it takes with made-to-order plans, Any ordinary carpenter or builder can put up your house. You have our guarantee that the material will be entirely satisfactory. You have the satisfaction of knowing that you are not facing an experiment. Over 25,000 persons have built houses according to our plans and with our materials. We can refer you to satisfied customers in every state. When you buy from us, you are dealing with the originators of the mail order system of selling complete houses. Our guarantee. Our guarantee stands the test in the scales of justice. You must be thoroughly satisfied with the goods we furnish and with the prices we charge. Otherwise, you can return them and get your money back, together with all freight or express charges you paid. This binding guarantee applies in full force to our building proposition. American homes. During the past few years, there has been a tremendous demand for substantial and comfortable homes for an industrious and thrifty people. Our effort in helping to meet this demand is illustrated in part on these 2 pages. Called upon to furnish high-grade materials in a hurry and to meet active competition, we immediately filled the requirements of the big operator, as well as the individual builder. People who are best qualified to judge of the present situation predict that there will be no let-up in the demand for homes for several years to come. The great decision for the prospective builder at this time is to take advantage of our present facilities rather than wait for future developments that may possibly result in higher prices and inferior quality, as well as less satisfactory service. It is easy to see that an increased demand for material not only forces prices upwards, but reduces the quality of the available supply. We offer you in this book dependable qualities in house-building materials at prices that are as reasonable as we can make them, and we place at your command the services of an organization that has been perfected to a high degree of efficiency, gained by the experience in handling the large operations illustrated on these 2 pages, as well as many others, which we have not the space to display. Item 3045. The Lexington 9-room colonial. The Lexington was designed by an architect whose specialty is houses of the true colonial type. This is his masterpiece in a style that will be popular for all time. Here's an exterior that will look well on any lot. With a few green trees in the landscape for a setting, this beautiful white colonial with its green blinds and cozy sun porches will claim more than a passing glance. First floor. See the group of casement windows on the landing and the 2 pairs of French doors. Standing between these, you can see across the large living room and sunroom on your left, and the dining room and glassed-in dining porch on the right. The lavatory and toilet on this floor can be reached from the grade entrance or from the reception hall. At the end of the reception hall are 2 mirror doors, one leading to the toilet and the other to the coat closet. The hall, living room, and dining room are all finished in beautiful birch. On both sides of the entrance are roomy wardrobes. Beside the graceful open stairway is room for hall furniture, and opposite is a place for a grandfather clock. Entire first floor has clear maple floors. Kitchen excellence has been obtained by making sure that this room is neither too large nor too small, that the work can be done with few steps, and that there be good light. Space for the icebox is just inside the pantry door and may be iced from the outside. The kitchen cabinet is furnished with breadboard, dough board, flour bins, and work tabletop. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Second floor. The second floor is also very well planned. The hall is light and airy due to the casement windows on the landing. 4 corner bedrooms with light and air from 2 sides, all of good size and arranged for comfort, each having good closet. Doors lead from bedrooms to balconies over sunroom and dining porch, handy places to air bedding. Rooms are 8 feet 4 inches from floor to ceiling. Basement. Excavated basement under the entire house. Paint for 3 coats outside, your choice of color. Varnish and wood filler for interior finish. Chicago design hardware. See page 116. Built on a concrete and brick foundation. Number 1 yellow pine framing lumber. Clear cypress siding. Roofed with oriental asphalt shingles, guaranteed for 17 years. Options: sheet plaster and plaster finish to take the place of wood lath, $189 extra. Clear maple flooring furnished for kitchen, pantry, and bathroom instead of yellow pine, no extra charge. Storm doors and windows, $277 extra. Screen doors and windows, black wire, $120 extra. Galvanized wire, $129 extra. If mantle is not wanted, $58 less. This house can be built on a lot 55 feet wide. For prices of plumbing, heating, wiring, electric fixtures, and shades, see page 115. Price, already cut and fitted, $4,234. Price includes plans and specifications. At the price quoted, we will furnish all the material to build this 9-room colonial house, including kitchen, cabinet, medicine case, and mantel. We guarantee enough material to build this house. Price does not include cement, brick, or plaster. Item 3071. The Honor. 9 rooms and a bath. The Honor is a home that not only looks well at a distance, but makes a still more favorable impression upon closer investigation. You will recognize in this house some of the features that have made the historical colonial homes of America admired for years, together with many modern touches that add to its attractiveness. Notice the thatched effect on the roof, the inviting front entrance, the big, handsome windows, and the decorative trellis. As you step closer, you will admire the cement-floored porch, surrounded by flower boxes for perennial plants and evergreens. First floor. Passing up the steps to the cement porch, you will find yourself in front of the graceful and massive entrance, through which you reach the large living room. To the left, a cased opening leads to the dining room, and right in front of you is an inviting brick mantel. To the right in the living room, a generous space for the piano is provided between 2 windows, which have convenient window seats. In the dining room, there is ample space for a large buffet between the two windows. From this room, a door leads to the kitchen, which is admirably arranged and has the very popular breakfast alcove. One kitchen door leads to the hall, off which is a lavatory, and stairs to the second floor. Another kitchen door heads to rear entrance and basement. Directly to the right of this hall is a good-sized sunroom, which can also be reached from the living room in the front. All rooms on this floor are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Second floor. On this floor there are 4 large bedrooms, all provided with closets having shelves, as well as a sleeping porch and bathroom. The ventilating and lighting arrangement is perfect. There's plenty of room for large beds and dressers, as well as other necessary furniture. Rooms on this floor are 8 feet 4 inches from floor to ceiling. Basement. Excavated under the entire house, 7 feet from concrete floor to joists, lighted with basement sash. We furnish our best quality guaranteed millwork, shown on pages 108 and 109. Interior doors are 5-cross panel with trim and flooring to match, all yellow pine in beautiful grain and color. Windows are made of clear California white pine, with good quality glass set in the best grade of putty. Paint for 3 coats outside, your choice of color. Varnish and wood filler for interior finish. Chicago design hardware. Built on a concrete foundation, number 1 yellow pine frame construction, sided with clear red cedar shingles over good sheathing, and roofed with oriental slate surfaced shingles. Guaranteed 15 years. This house can be built on a lot 45 feet wide. Price, already cut and fitted, $3,052. At the price quoted, we will furnish all the material to build this 9-room house, consisting of millwork, shingles for siding, flooring, porch ceiling, finishing lumber, building paper, eaves trough, downspout, sash weights, mantle, medicine case, breakfast alcove, seats, hardware, painting material, lumber, lath, and slate surfaced shingles for roof. Item 3048. The Avalon, 6 rooms and bath. From California comes the idea for this delightful bungalow. Honor-built construction makes it cozy and warm enough for any part of the country. The architects of California have studied and experimented until they have built houses of this type, which are the most beautiful in the world. Main floor. Pleasantly located in the front of the house are both living and dining rooms. Each of these rooms has 4 pairs of casement sash, which can be curtained inexpensively. You will like these windows from the first, but it will take a good hot day in August to show you just how enjoyable it is to be able to throw open your entire windows, instead of just half of them as usual. The bookcases at the opening between the 2 rooms will not only be attractive in themselves, but will save wall space for other things. 3 bedrooms, bathroom, attic stairs, and linen closet open off the hall. Each bedroom has 2 windows and a closet. In each room, there is a place where the bed can be set in winter away from the windows. In the largest bedroom, there is room for 2 double beds and a dresser. The bathroom is well arranged, and all the plumbing is on one wall. The kitchen is entirely out of sight from the living room and dining room. The sink and cabinet are together and are between the dining room door and the 2 windows. This means light and air and no steps wasted. The space for the stove is on the adjoining wall, where the light will shine directly into the oven, and it is only a step or 2 from the stove to sink. Over the space on the landing, which has been provided for the refrigerator, are shelves which can be made to save trips to the basement or used for vegetables. The glazed door lights the landing and cellar steps, as well as the refrigerator and shelves, and the grade entrance makes the kitchen easier to keep clean and heated. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Excavated basement under entire house 7 feet high, built on a concrete foundation. We furnish our best quality guaranteed millwork. Interior doors are 1-panel fir with yellow pine trim and flooring to match, all in beautiful grain and color. Windows are made of clear California white pine with good quality glass set in with best grade of putty. Fire Chief shingle roll roofing guaranteed for 17 years. Options: sheet plaster and plaster finish to take the place of wood lath, $125 extra. Storm doors and windows, $108 extra. Screen doors and windows, black wire, $47 extra. Galvanized wire, $50 extra. Oak doors, trim and floors for living room and dining room, $142 extra. Clear maple flooring furnished for kitchen and bathroom, instead of yellow pine, no extra charge. Can be built on a lot 45 feet wide. Price already cut and fitted, $2,520. Item 3058, the Bandon, 6 rooms and bath. The Bandon is a neat, practical, and modern design, very much in favor with discriminating builders. Main floor. From the pleasant shelter of the big front porch, one enters the attractive living room. If the French doors to the left happen to be open, one can look into the cozy dining porch or sunroom. In the living room, the fireplace is opposite the French doors, and the center of a pleasing group of windows and cased openings, balance and good proportions characterizing the room. In the dining room, there is space directly opposite the cased opening for a buffet or china closet. Bedrooms, bath, linen closet, attic stairs, and kitchen all open off the hall. Both bedrooms have cross ventilation, large closets, and doors to the 14-foot sleeping porch. The kitchen is handily located to all rooms or basement. Sink and stove are close together, and nearby are 2 handy cabinets. 2 windows on one side of the kitchen, and the light from the glass panel door leading to the sunroom make it a pleasant workroom. At great entrance above space for refrigerator is a large shelf for vegetables, this space being cooler than the kitchen. The glass in the outside door lights the landing. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Excavated basement under the entire house, 7 feet from floor to joists, lighted with basement sash. Paint for 3 coats outside, your choice of color. Varnish and wood filler for interior finish. Chicago design hardware. Built on a concrete foundation. Number 1 yellow pine framing lumber. Clear cypress siding. Roofed with Fire Chief shingle roll roofing, guaranteed for 17 years. Price, already cut and fitted, $2,828. At the price quoted, we will furnish all the material to build this 6-room house, including kitchen cabinet, medicine case, and mantel. We guarantee enough material to build this house. Price does not include cement, brick, or plaster. Item 3044, the Stone Ridge. 5 rooms, bath, and porch. Here is a large, comfortable house that will identify its owner as a person of good taste and judgment. It is of a type that will conform to the architecture of the best neighborhood and will be a place of distinction anywhere. Main floor. There is no place more delightful than one's own fireside, wrote Cicero, and here is a fireplace that will indeed be a delight, being so situated that it adds much to the exterior and lends its cheer to the whole living room. This living room is over 20 feet long and has 5 big windows, besides the glazed door and the big cased opening into the dining room. A good-sized coat closet is near the entrance. The dining room is also of good size and proportions, with big wall spaces for furniture just where you want them. There are 2 windows together on the side wall, and further light is admitted through the cased opening and the attractive glazed door. Notice that one can enter either living room or dining room from the porch. Each bedroom has 2 windows and a good closet. The bathroom and linen closet open off the hall which connects the bedrooms. The grade entrance makes it easy to reach the basement from either the kitchen or the outside. A good-sized pantry with an outside window is on the same side of the kitchen as the work table and sink. The 2 windows are so placed that working at the sink or table will be equally pleasant, and light will shine directly into the oven. There is space for the refrigerator in the entry, which is on the same level as the kitchen floor and quickly reached. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Basement. Excavated basement under the entire house, 7 feet from floor to joists, lighted with basement sash. Price already cut and fitted, $2,262. At the price quoted, we will furnish all the material to build this 5-room cottage, consisting of millwork, lumber, lath, shingles for walls, porch ceiling, flooring, finishing lumber, building paper, eaves trough, downspout, sash weights, hardware mantel, medicine case, Fire Chief shingle roll roofing, and painting material. We guarantee enough material to build this house. Price does not include cement, brick, or plaster. Item 7028, the Olivia. 4 rooms and a bath. Years of study devoted to making the most of every inch of space in a small house have resulted in the Olivia. It is simply astonishing how convenient this house is. Look over the floor plan and judge for yourself. This house can be built with the rooms reversed as shown in the small floor plan. Main floor. The living room has windows on two sides and long spaces against the walls for furniture. The kitchen is of good size with sink near stove, a great step saver. On the opposite side there is a fine cabinet. Next to the stove is cased opening for 5 long shelves for culinary utensils. The rear door leads down 3 steps to the landing, where there is a space for the refrigerator. Directly off the kitchen is a large closet. Between this closet and the back door is a space for brooms. The table can stand under the 2 windows. The 2 bedrooms and bath are off the hall. Each bedroom has a long closet. There are 2 windows in each bedroom and plenty of room for furniture. Rooms are 8 feet 2 inches from floor to ceiling. Excavated basement under the entire house, 7 feet from floor to joists, lighted with basement sash. Options: sheet plaster and plaster finish to take the place of wood lath, $76 extra. Maple flooring for kitchen and bathroom instead of yellow pine, no extra charge. Storm doors and windows, $60 extra. Screen doors and windows, black wire, $32 extra. Galvanized wire, $35 extra. This house can be built on a lot 28 feet wide. Price, already cut and fitted, $1,242. Item 2050. The Osborne, from the Golden West. Bungalow authorities agree that this style of architecture has come to stay. They claim that as the years go by, the bungalow will be even in more demand than at the present time, and should one wish to sell, he will have little difficulty in finding a buyer if his building is constructed along the new lines. While the bungalow on the opposite page is neither extreme nor extravagant, it has all the earmarks of a cozy, well-planned, artistic home. The stucco work of the porches, with red brick coping, the gables and chimneys, at once draw the attention of the passer-by. Then again, the craftsman front door and colonial windows still further enhance the bungalow effect. Main floor. The living room in this bungalow extends the entire width of the house, with a brick mantel at one end of the room. We furnish a window seat with hinged cover in which many articles can be stored. At each side of the window seat, closets are provided. The fortunate owner will find this room a most inviting and comfortable retreat. A handy wall safe furnished without extra charge. A bookcase colonnade leads into the dining room, which has a beamed ceiling, buffet, plate rail, and panel strips. French doors lead from the dining room to a private side porch. Directly back of the dining room is the kitchen, for which we specify 2 cupboards, which make a pantry unnecessary. The 2 bedrooms and bathroom are entered by a hall off the dining room. In the rear of the back bedroom is the much-desired screened sleeping porch. Excavated basement under the entire house, lighted with cellar sash on 3 sides. Porch walls are of brick and stucco. Basement 7 feet high from concrete floor to joists. Rooms on the main floor are 9 feet high. Options: sheet plaster and plaster finish to take the place of wood lath, $109 extra. Oriental asphalt shingles instead of wood shingles, no extra charge. Fire Chief shingle roll roofing, red or sea green in color instead of wood shingles, $93 less. Oak doors, trim and floors for living room and dining room, $226 extra. Clear maple flooring furnished for kitchen and bathroom instead of yellow pine, no extra charge. Storm doors and windows, $70 extra. Screen doors and windows, black wire, $50 extra. Galvanized wire, $53 extra. If mantle is not wanted, $32.60 less. Tile floor for bathroom instead of wood, $15 extra. Can be built on a lot 42 feet wide. Price already cut and fitted, $2,810. Item 3051 or item 13051, the Dundee. In these 4 good-sized rooms, there is real comfort and convenience. Each room has windows on 2 sides, ensuring plenty of light and fresh air. Main floor. Notice that while the front porch is of good size and is arranged so as to make an outdoor sitting room in hot weather, it does not cut off light from the living room. Long spaces along the walls of living room provide for furniture. In all rooms, doors and windows are where they are needed, without being in the way of the furniture. The kitchen is big, yet the work can be done as quickly as in the most up-to-date kitchenette. This is because the sink, cupboard, and range are side by side. Notice that the kitchen cupboard opens to a large closet. All space in the corner under the 2 windows is left for the table, so that meals can be eaten in this kitchen with perfect comfort. At the same time, there is plenty of light for work, and the housewife will appreciate having a window directly opposite the stove so that the light will shine into the oven. Brooms and cleaning utensils, as well as refrigerator, can stand on the landing. This landing makes it unnecessary for the iceman or peddler to step up on the clean kitchen floor, and the room is more comfortable in winter than it would be if the kitchen door were an outside one, letting in a blast of cold air every time it was opened. Each bedroom has windows on 2 sides and generous closets. Both rooms are of comfortable size and permit the beds to be placed away from the windows. Rooms on this floor are 8 feet 2 inches from floor to ceiling. Paint for 3 coats outside, your choice of color. Varnish and wood filler for interior finish. Stratford Design Hardware. See page 117. We furnish our best quality guaranteed millwork, shown on pages 108 and 109. Interior doors are 5-cross panel, with trim and flooring to match, all yellow pine, in beautiful grain and color. Windows are made of clear California white pine, with good quality glass, set in with best grade of putty. Basement 7 feet from floor to joists. Built on a concrete foundation, frame construction, and sided with narrow bevel clear cypress siding. 17-year guaranteed fire chief shingle roll roofing for the roof. This house can be built on a lot 30 feet wide. Price: honor built, already cut and fitted, $1,138. Price: lighter built, not cut or fitted, $831. Item 3053 or 13053, The Lorne. 4 rooms, bath, and porch. In the Lorne, the living room also serves as a dining room, an economy in space and money that has come into vogue very much in recent years. The house consists of 4 large rooms and bath. There is a front porch and a modern grade entrance. Basement, attic, closets. Every convenience and every nook and corner a pleasure to those who appreciate a well-planned home, which is also planned for warm climate. Many an easy chair will find its way to the big porch. Bring out as many as needed. There is plenty of room. Through the door, French in style but heavier, one enters a reception hall of good size. By means of a wide cased opening, this is connected with the combined living and dining room, and the effect is one of spaciousness. Light streams through windows on 3 sides. Notice that even the big porch does not cut off the light from the front of the living room. Room for dining table and other large pieces as well, for the room is well proportioned, and windows and doors serve their purpose, without getting in the way of other things. There are 3 windows and a big closet in each bedroom. The rooms are so large that you can turn the bed several ways and always have lots of elbow room left. Both rooms open off the hall, at the end of which is the bathroom. Halfway down the hall is another good closet, useful for wraps and linen. There is a large attic, the stairs going up from the kitchen. The kitchen also is big and light enough so that meals can be eaten there with enjoyment. But for all its large size, the work can be done with very little walking. The sink is between the stove and cabinet, and right at the dining room door. In the corner beside the stove is room for coal bucket, towel, dryer, or extra shelves if needed. Windows at the side light sink and cabinet and throw light directly into oven. Instead of the stoop and cellar hatchway, which folks used to build at the back of their houses, on which the snow piled up, and which let in a blast of cold air every time the back door was opened, the Lorne has a modern grade entrance. From the kitchen a door opens to a landing where space is provided big enough for a refrigerator. Then 3 steps down to the lower landing where a glazed door leads to the yard, and when closed gives light to the stairs and landing. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Basement is 7 feet high under entire house. Can be built on a lot 38 feet wide. Options: furnished with 4 rooms in the attic, $528 extra. Sheet plaster and plaster finish to take the place of wood lath, $52 extra. With attic, $74 extra. Maple flooring furnished for kitchen and bathroom instead of yellow pine, no extra charge. Storm doors and windows, $79 extra. Screen doors and windows, black wire, $38 extra. Galvanized wire, $43 extra. Honor built, already cut and fitted. Price $2,014. Lighter built, not cut or fitted, $1,458. Item 3063. The Americas. 6 rooms and bath. Here is a fine home that any American can be proud of and be comfortable in. It is a dignified, substantial house that will stand out among its neighbors and never go out of style. The rooms are all good size and well lighted and ventilated. Lots of big closets just where needed, and a kitchen that will save a great many steps. First floor. From the large front porch, our handsome Grant door leads to the big living room, which is of excellent proportions and has good wall space. At the foot of the stairway and opposite the front door, a mirror door opens into a large coat closet. It is big enough for folding tables and other conveniences which one likes to keep near the living room. The 4 big windows in the cheery dining room pour extra light into the living room through a 7-foot cased opening. Here is room enough for a large buffet, as well as for china cabinet, serving table, or tea wagon. You push the swinging door into the kitchen and find yourself right at the sink. A couple of steps from the sink is the stove, with good light for oven and top. A big cabinet is in one corner and near the table which is under the window. Now, if you bake, you have everything together. Flour and sanitary swinging bins, all utensils and ingredients, without crossing the room once. At the grade entrance and on the same level with the kitchen floor is space for the refrigerator. Over the refrigerator space is a big shelf for things wanted near the kitchen but not used daily. All your work is concentrated on the 3 walls nearest the dining room. On the other wall is a window and space for table. Notice the grade entrance and the square turn for cellar stairs. No winding stairs when you have a big load to carry. No tradesmen and icemen tracking up your clean kitchen floor, and the kitchen is always warm in winter. There are windows on 2 sides so you can keep an eye on the yard. Rooms are 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Second floor. The stairs make a turn and bring you to a small hall from which all rooms and a closet open. A window lights stairs and hall. At the head of the stairs is the bathroom, all plumbing on one wall, and plenty of space for towel rods. At the end of the tub is a generous cupboard over 5 feet high and 3 feet deep, in the back of which are deep shelves for storage, and in the front of which, out of reach of children, is ample room for towels and a handy shelf for bottles. All 3 bedrooms are large. Each has windows on 2 sides and has its own closet. The closet shelves are in front of doors and not across an end where they would be hard to see and get at. Windows are so arranged that beds can be placed away from them in winter and near them in summer. Off the hall is another closet for bed linen or storage, or for an extra broom, etc., so that it will not be necessary to carry the cleaning things up and down the stairs. Rooms are 8 feet 2 inches from floor to ceiling. we furnish our best quality guaranteed millwork shown on pages 108 and 109. Interior doors are 5-cross panel with trim and flooring to match, all yellow pine in beautiful grain and color. Windows are made of clear California white pine with good quality glass set in with best grade of putty. Front porch has concrete floor. Built on a concrete block foundation and excavated under entire house. We furnish clear cypress siding and Roma tile roofing, guaranteed 17 years. Framing lumber of number 1 quality yellow pine. Basement 7 feet from floor to joists with concrete floor. First floor 9 feet from floor to ceiling. Second floor 8 feet 2 inches from floor to ceiling. Paint for 3 coats outside, your choice of color. Varnish and wood filler for interior finish. Chicago Design Hardware. See page 116. Price, already cut and fitted, $2,166. And with that house description completed, I think we'll end this evening's reading from the 1921 Sears, Roebuck & Co. Modern Home Catalog. I have to say, flipping through these dozens and dozens of house designs, they're really quite nice and efficient. I think many people today would love to have one of these homes, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to read through this work for yourself and see the illustrations of these houses, you'll find a link to a free file at the Internet Archive in the show description. If you'd like to connect, suggest a boring book you'd like to hear read, or request more from one we've already started, you can drop me an email via our website, www.boringbookspod.com. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me for this evening's reading. Until our next boring book, good night.